stopped making sound for me, what the hell?
Yeah, sometimes they just stop for a while. It's like they have a cooldown where they don't like getting hit again.
I think most masochists do. There's like a point where it's too much, you know?
Just let it all go.
Phantom touch, phantom sense. In VRChat, many are surprised to find out that they have it. Someone comes up and pets them on the head, and for a moment the wall between the physical and the virtual disappears. I asked others about their experiences with it and what they'd advise people who are curious about what they may feel when trying VRChat.
I kind of like let slip that I knew hypnosis, and some people prompted me to basically do it to them, to try it out. And before you know it, people really fascinated about what hypnosis could do. And the biggest thing was the phantom touch. That's my most viewed video on my channel. I do get a little bit of phantom touch, not too strong, but enough that I do feel the tingles when objects are, patting me or that kind of stuff, essentially. When it comes to people approaching me for hypnosis, I try to have them look at the beginner stuff first. It's a very natural state of mind that everybody experiences every single day. You experience it when you wake up, when you go to sleep, when you're playing a video game, when you're reading a book or watching a movie. All hypnosis is just basically giving you suggestions directly to your subconscious in that state of mind, because your subconscious rises higher up, where it's more, not vulnerable, but easier to communicate to. There's a lot of considerations when it's in VR. In real life, I can physically watch over you. People sometimes slump over or lose bodily control, and I'm able to catch them. But in VR, I'm not physically present to take care of them, so I need to make sure they're safe, so they're not going to crack their skull or anything. As well as just not having that physical aspect. I have to go off the body language, not of the face, but off of, like that. off of stuff like that, pretty much.
I knew a little bit, but not like in VR. I knew about if people lost limbs. When you break your ankle, my ankle, every now and then I'll get sharp pains because of the, I guess, old injury. I guess that could be called phantom sense in a way. So I knew a little bit about that. And then there's the whole, if someone lost a limb, they can have that itch, and the way to help them is they put a fake limb on them and they'll itch it. I knew there was always like brain connected, and I believed in all that, but I didn't ever expect that you would go in a VR headset and then someone touched you, it would feel like that. So when I first actually experienced phantom sense, I have a hip replacement, and they when they cut in to my leg, they cut all my nerves in my side. So if someone poked me in real life, I wouldn't be able to feel it anyway. So I remember someone going like this to me, and I'd be like, well, I can't feel that. Even if you were doing that in real life, I wouldn't have been able to feel it. And then they went over to this side and started poking me, and I felt it. And that was kind of like the, whoa, what is this? I remember one of my friend groups I was hanging out, he'd go behind you and slowly put his hands down like that. And that was like the first time I realized how strong it was. I get like a huge tingle on my face. I'm starting to get more because now that I have full body, there are now places that I have it that I didn't have it before. In some parts, I like it, especially on the face. I think when you rub faces together or do, my favorite is the hands over, it gives you that little tingle, and I like that. But there are times when you don't like it, is when someone comes up and starts touching a place you feel uncomfortable. If I'm closer to the person, I definitely get it stronger. It does feel like someone's actually there, and you do feel like, you can actually get a hug. But it's more of a warmth than an actual feel touch thing.
I got that on my back when I was cuddling with Burn before.
Yeah,
Burn
like where someone touches it and you just feel warmth. You don't feel them, but it's warm, right? That's what I meant.
Yeah, whenever No, like whenever I'm hanging out with Pyro or something like that, or someone hugs me from behind, it's on my back. Like if I'm looking in
Okay,
a
so
mirror.
you do have a little bit.
But like
of
that's
it.
the only spot. that's
yeah,
it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I never got it on my legs.
See, I was
too,
under the
until...
wrong impression of what it felt like. Like I thought,
Ah.
yeah, I'm just getting hot in my room. Like there's no way that's Phantom Sense. I didn't realize it's like heat or tingly.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Well now we've been
Now
woke.
you know.
Now you know. If you let your mind get fooled, then it's easier for you to feel stuff in VRChat.
I mean, put him in front of the books.
Percent, take your wine there. He should get on the couch since he's lounging about. Just get him vibing
yeah,
on
this
me.
is great.
I've made a living opposing people.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my god. This is what happens if you go AFK with you. Oh!
I knew about phantom pain because I've broken bones and, you know, I get that sensation every once in a while. I think it was right off the bat. I joined a cat and walked up to some people and they instantly put their hands in front of my face. And I felt the tingling sensation. I've never felt anything like that before in any game. Oh yeah, I have a lot. Right. I enjoy it quite a bit, and I get it, you know, I have it all over, especially with full body. With random people, it's not as strong. With friends, it's pretty strong, but especially if you have a connection with someone and you build that up, it's really crazy. It's like they're there. And I definitely feel that with her. If she's just sitting next to me, you know, not like actually touching my body, I feel warm all over. And there was this one instance where it was super cold in my room, and I didn't really realize it until we got off, because she was with me the whole time. And I got off and I was like, holy crap, I'm cold. I didn't feel it that entire time.
I was like, that would look so slick.
You just happened to come up. We were like telling him he needs to talk to someone who doesn't even know what it is. Makes it interesting. yeah. Pin it down.
Yeah.
Pin it here. Look at that looks good.
Is that good?
Yeah, there you
almost,
go. He has
max,
no
okay.
idea what Phantom Sense is.
Sounds like something you'd see in a Prey game. It does kind of feel like you're close to me. Like, there was an episode of House where a guy had gotten an injury, lost a limb, and he was able to cure him with that hand mirror effect, where it looks like you've got the hand back. Yes, Becca has put my head many times.
It is true. So if you look in the mirror, you want to film this? Okay. And I'm gonna put my hand like a head pat. Do you feel any warmth on your head? Or a tinkling sensation?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay. So he just ordered a headset. He's probably gonna get it pretty strong if he's feeling it now.
Yeah, I definitely I get that kind of I feel the kind of vibe. Like it's not I can feel somebody touching me, but it's like a vibe, you know? I feel the presence of somebody usually, and just even if it's the tiniest, just if somebody's patting me on the head, I'll be like, yeah. The amount of times that people touch me in a day of just being a deskie is I feel like I'll develop it over time at least.
I first heard of Phantom Touch about a week into getting VRChat. I discovered it when one of my friends threw a pillow, and I felt like someone was putting something heavy on my chest area. I don't like being in VRChat for too long with people that touch me too long, because in my stomach area it kind of feels, if you've ever been on a carousel, when you drop, you know, you get that butterfly. It kind of feels like that, but in a specific area. And it kind of makes me a little sick, if you can take it kind of makes me a little sick if I do it for too long. I have different phantom touches on different places. I thought they were all going to be the same, you would feel someone touching or you feel weight. But that is only on my chest and throat area. I know a lot of people has felt pain, and I feel kind of weird because I have all these kinds of things, sometimes it feels kind of a little hot, sometimes cold and all that, but I've never felt the sensation of pain. I'm one of those that likes when people go there. Kind of makes me silent. I don't know why. It's kind of like a reaction. It's a feeling which kind of calms me down. That smile tells me one thing right now. You have 3 seconds to run.
No, she won't
That's
kill
the-
me because I'm the only person in Sweden that doesn't hate on where she's from.
I thought I wouldn't have Phantom Sense the first time I joined, but immediately the first day I started talking to people on VRChat and I had my headset on and everyone, did the little touchy thingies. I could feel everyone around me in a way that I didn't expect. And in all honesty, it freaked me out when it first happened. I remember one avatar came up to me and, he'd like put his hand on my shoulder and I almost flinched because I can feel the sensation of something touching me that's not there. It is the weirdest thing anybody could go through, at least for me. I'm still not used to it to this day. Head pats are, of course, always accepted because in a range, I can only feel so much in certain areas. But if you, get all touchy-feely in certain areas that you're not supposed to, you shouldn't be doing that with people with phantom touch, especially. Well, considering we're in a pandemic right now, I do have immediate people around me willing to give me affection, but it's the fact that I suppose I don't know how to ask for it. Meanwhile, people in VRChat are very open to being affectionate with each other, very open to hugs, head pats, like pats on the shoulder, high fives even. I suppose I'm sharing it. If there's more. Since I can feel that openness with people on VRChat rather than in real life, I feel more welcomed. I feel more friendly. Like there are some days where some random player will come up to me like, "Oh, you want head pats? I give you head pats," and I'm loving it. I'm loving it so much. And then there are other days where some random guy comes up and he's like, "Oh, you want a hug?" And I'm like, "I don't know you." It really depends on how I feel on the moment. But either way, I think it's very accepting of people to just come up, be friendly with each other, give each other a little bit of affection that we probably can't get in real life.
I remember it so well. So I was completely sitting on the floor, and people just started coming around and trying to hug me, and I was okay, you're hugging me. Then they started to point at me, and really close pointing, and I was like, Jesus, you're really close, you don't feel it, it's just like an impression. Something really close is going on your body. Okay, do it on me.
That's your news.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't feel it like you're really touching me, and if I put it close to your eyes, yeah. Once you get used to the feeling, you can exaggerate it and make it stronger. Like, can you extend your arms? Can you extend your arms now? Okay. Do something for me. Try to feel the inside of your hand right now. What do you feel? Like some sort of tingling? The best way to interact with people in this game, just come pet, and we all want to be touched and appreciated. We want to be seen, and it helps me a lot in real life. I was with a friend of mine like 3 days ago, and the social interaction, just because in this game I'm like, yeah, boy, yeah. I found out like I have an opportunity to free myself out of preconcepts about myself. Yeah. People that can accept me in this game, you can be accepted everywhere. This is going to be in real life. It's going to be a little different in real life because, well, you got your real persona, right? And you need to defend yourself and create that social maneuvering. If you are a person that has difficulties socializing, and how do you think you perceive to others, and yeah, the fear in general, social fear. Come to VR chat and learn to make a fool out of yourself. So basically, you to reach the point where you get touch deprived, starting as a child. Probably your parents liked you, or probably your parents did like you, I don't know, but you developed something as a child that you distanced yourself very bad from others, and you created touch deprivation. Everyone needs to be touched. Everyone likes to be touched, man. So if when I touch you, even from you imagining that I'm touching your head, you feel like more accepted. You feel like more warmful. You feel more connected to others. So that's the point of touch. If you desire that will to be touched and to feel more connected with someone by VR chat, no means come for it. Come for it, yeah. But I advise you to change to in VR chat to real life. VR chat is really good for you to destroy the boundaries that you've created in your psyche, your social boundaries, lower your defenses and open up to new people and start to explore what you learn how to do in VR chat and transcribe that to real world. But yeah, sure.
The biggest thing is immersion. The longer you stay in virtual reality, the more likely you will be to develop phantom touch. It's different for everybody. Some people will get full body phantom touch right off the bat. Others, you might need to actually practice it. You might need to work on it. And that's basically what I've been doing lately is phantom touch coaching. As long as I can be understood, as long as people are open to the experience, that's all it really takes. Let this sink all the way in, all the way deep, including those previous suggestions on the phantom touch and phantom sense around the rest of your body. And only wake up once you lock this feeling, that safe state, all the way in. And as soon as you wake up and stand up, walk forward, one step, and it'll all be complete.
It's also a mindset too. I think if you start to have phantom sense, I guess, especially in desktop, and you go in VR, it's definitely going to be stronger. If you believe that it's like a game, for sure, like you know in the game that it's a game, then you're probably not going to get it. If they do it right and they want to experience, they can always try it, but also know that like they can put up boundaries, they can come up with decisions of what to do if you put in a situation where they're uncomfortable. They can always block people, they always have that power.
I'd say go for it. You know, it's definitely a very unique experience. I wouldn't be scared of it. I would definitely explore it and see where it leads.
If I go up to him and I go like this, like the tingling, it's really strong, but the moment I close my eyes, it's gone.
I'd say that from my experiences in VR chat, it really seems like having a headset will give you, this real deep connection, a lot more, this connection to this world, a lot more than desktop. I can just tell.
If you end up having phantom touch, it's amazing. Being that, close to the in-game world, it gives you kind of a more full dive experience than some other people. It doesn't just happen straight away, at least it didn't for me. Don't give up hope on it, and if you do end up having a really strong phantom touch like me, try and find the boundaries of, how long you can go on VR chat. Try and restrict yourself to being a little bit more with better friends that know not to jab you in the stomach every 3rd second.
Be ready to tell people if you are comfortable or uncomfortable in being touched in certain ways, because there will be people coming up to you and thinking they could touch you in a certain way that's out of your comfort zone. And as for experiencing phantom touch in itself, be ready for certain sensations you may not feel regularly, but over time, by all means, you will get used to it, and it's a very comforting sensation for me personally.
Phantom sense, phantom touch. In VR chat, people may be able to feel and be felt by others. The virtual closeness may be able to help people become more open about their needs and develop a healthy and supportive structure. to feel more connected physically and virtually in a shared dream.
Little dummy over here kept trying to make me laugh. I'm trying to get an interview
I was
done. I don't
standing-
need you distracting me from the camera.
I stood right here and I was doing this.